Hola, desde Canadá os enviamos fuck. Desde Canadá. Hola, desde Canadá os enviamos esta entrevista para todos los fans de EMP España. Well, the concept behind the EP is Amanda's horrible nightmares. She wakes up on the tour bus screaming her head off and climbing up walls with her eyes rolling in the back of her head.
I think some people can relate to night terrors, so
Yeah.
yes.
Comes from real life.
It
Real life
was
events.
really easy to write that song because I just had to literally write down dark shadows, they surround me. I'm paralyzed with fear. Like trapped inside. That's like those coffin bunks. Yeah. On tour. Yeah. It was really easy. It's all just from personal experience.
Yeah, we may include the songs on a full-length album later, or we may just release an entire album full of new material. The goal is to, hopefully have something come out at the end of this year, if not early next year.
We usually start with, some riffs that either Simon or myself kind of put together, and then usually he has some vocal ideas, and you guys work on vocals together.
Me and Simon, write vocals together.
And kind of develops slowly. Everyone kind of puts their parts in. And
Yeah, sloppy and paste.
All comes together.
Drummer in there.
yeah, lots of pre-production in the basement, and just kind of one piece at a time.
It does just come up, and actually also a lot of songs come from old songs that we've written, and then we take them, and we've even taken like 3 old songs and put it into one. That happens a lot.
Like everyone in the band has like a musical personality that we kind of bring to no matter what we write. So even if it's diverse in terms of like where the inspiration comes from, I think the members kind of have a unique sound. So it just ends up sounding like us anyway.
And then so much music is fun to play. I mean, like, it's kind of cool to be able to, as a guitar player anyways, play several different types of heavy metal, even within the same song, or different feels and grooves and stuff. It just, keeps it interesting.
I love all music. I'm not gonna ever, let that, if it feels good, I'm gonna sing it. I'm not gonna care if it doesn't.
And if it means people have a hard time classifying it, I mean, that's possibly a good thing.
Well, it is. All feedback is good, but we're gonna do what we do, and if we like it, that's all that matters. So.
Yep. It's a really
like that's hard.
Symphony X iconoclast probably influenced in the last 5 years more than anything else in terms of like the direction my playing went and creatively where it went creatively.
Of all time, I'd have to be Welcome to the Jungle. I mean, it was like the first thing I heard as a kid that just made me want to misbehave and skip school and play guitar. In the last several years, probably everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Heat, so maybe Danger Road, off of Freedom Rock.
No more
Boys.
tears. No more tears, dude. No more tears for me would be one of the ones. I can't just pick one.
I can't even answer that because I seriously no, it's really hard. I seriously get influenced by every single person and every single song. It doesn't matter. Like, there's so much music out there. Every day I'm listening to like every different genre out there. So much music. It's fucking limitless. So it's like, but Pink Floyd is huge. I'm huge into Pink Floyd. I guess a lot more in my earlier years, but yeah, Pink Floyd is just a huge inspiration, and like just all that the oldies stuff, you know, I just feel like there's so much more soul to it, and like, I don't know, I haven't even heard a band that, yeah, nowadays, that everybody's so cookie cutter this nowadays, because technology, and that's great, but I just like love that raw, like, you know, fucking Jim Morrison humping his fucking mic stand, and
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin just like screaming his face off. Love that
I
stuff.
totally agree with that.
Yeah.
That's what like
Maybe that's why Iron Maiden
fires me.
still records stuff live off the floor.
That's right. Oh,
they're the
absolutely, man.
masters.
Yeah, yeah.
Up the irons.
Yeah.
Trust me, we need to. We miss you. We miss tour so much.
Yeah.
That's all I think about.
I think one of the best concerts we've ever played was in
Barcelona.
Battle
Yes.
Beast tour.
We had a fantastic response in Europe, I think. I mean, especially in Spain, really.
Spain, Barcelona, they made us feel like rock stars. Like
Well, Madrid
that was
too,
crazy.
like,
Madrid too,
Yeah,
yeah.
like everywhere we played in.
And they didn't even, and well, maybe, you know, and a lot of them didn't even know us, and they still showed up early and like gave us a chance and just rocked out, because that's what music's all about, is like, I love concerts because that's where you let it all out, right? And Barcelona, fuck, did they ever, like, man, we were vibrating, still are. We need to come back to you, for sure. Simon?
I think regular rehearsal is essential. You know, I think
He's the master of like discipline in his
Yeah,
life. Like I'm trying to fucking juggle all
if
this
I
stuff.
don't micromanage my time between my company, and you know, I do air quality testing for work, and then that allows me to you know, live my passion. And you have to make sacrifices, and you know, some of those sacrifices are really hard. And you know, and that's, I guess, why it's important to keep it fun moving forward. There's more reason we're excited for you know, Night Terror, to see what's coming in the future for us.
I think the key to like, well, which I'm only learning now, like the key to all of this is like you should have a career besides your music, so that you can be flexible in your time, and you can, you know, do what Simon can do. He has his work, but he can also go on tour and do his work on tour, and like he's his own boss, right?
Yeah, I think if you really love something, like if you love doing something, you know, you just make time for it. It's not really an issue if you're motivated to do it.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel like a burden.
It's never a time issue then.
You know, and that's why having other projects is important too, because I mean, stuff gets stressful, and it gives you another outlet if you just need, like, you know, a break from your friends for a bit, and you know, you have that outlet, and it's good for your playing too, because you start to, you know, adapt your playing to other musicians, which you know,
You learn
advantage
so
you can
much.
get musically.
You can learn from anybody who's just beginning to, who's been playing for 50 years. It's magic of music collaboration, but I have so many ideas in my head, it's like overwhelming. But so not even just music, but definitely like other hobbies and stuff, like you say. I don't know how I'm gonna do it all, but I'm gonna do it. You just watch me. Can we go bah? Yeah, they are more clean. I don't know what happened. I think that was Battle Beast that did that to us. We always come off tours and we get inspiration from our album. I think like we take a little bit of that and put it into our albums, and I think we got a little, you know, because Battle Beast is really, you know, that like clean. It's just what happened. It's like the state we're in Like, that's where we are at, and that's what comes out. That's what came out at that time.
Yeah.
I'm just becoming more of a fan of, like, really impressive kind of clean vocals. I mean, love my screaming too, don't get me wrong, but just...
And we keep it in there,
yeah,
for sure.
Just at the time we were inspired to write this stuff.
Experimenting.
We decided to, focus a little bit more on that.
Always want to grow and upgrade and stuff.
Doesn't mean we won't write like a death metal song down the road.
Yeah.
Either.
I've been singing for 11 years, so I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm learning so much about, like, I guess I've been screaming my head off for 11 years, and you're not supposed to be doing that, so... So yeah, I'm learning how to sing properly, and you gotta, if it's hurting, you're not doing it right. And so, obviously, you just gotta, if you want to learn how to do that, you gotta practice. The great DVD is The Zen of Screaming from Melissa Cross. It's a great beginner starter thing to get you inspired and teach you a few things about that stuff. Vocals is you are the machine, so you gotta eat healthy and you gotta exercise your body. It's intense like discipline, and can't even begin to explain it. Certain muscles that you need to vibrate in your face, and like you need to keep air in your stomach at all times, and your posture and what you eat and how much water you're drinking and your breathing and your
Wait,
thoughts.
what was the
like,
question again?
It's crazy.
Where did we go there? We totally
that's
went
clean singing.
on a,
Et cetera.
off a cliff.
Kind of the way that bands communicate with their fans now, primarily, more so than pretty much any other form
It's
of...
awesome. It's
Yeah,
an awesome
really.
way to
I mean,
connect with people around the world.
You can connect directly with anybody, right? There's no longer like a barrier there.
You can
between
promote,
bands
promote,
and
promote.
fans.
I mean, I don't get as excited, downloading an album from iTunes as I did when I was, like going to HMV and hunting down like, metal classics, and
Yeah.
you're in a hurry on the bus to get home, looking at the artwork and like just waiting to put it in. And now it's push a button, all the content's available. So then
It took some of the mystique out of it. Like,
Yeah.
you used to be able to kind of like, you were buying this product from some rock star that you've never even seen their face, right? Or you have no idea anything about them. And now it's like you can kind of reach out to them and you get you can hear every thought that they have in their head on Twitter, right? So you almost know them too well now, There's no more mystery
Everybody-
about
or at
people.
least
It's
what
like-
they put out there.
It's like,
right?
my favorite person, like Trump supporter or something, or like kind of like takes away that. It takes away the mystique, I guess.
It is sad, yeah. It's a great way to promote and connect around the world, but it has taken away from really connecting. Like, music is about connecting together, and live music is so important, and we need to bring that back. People need to get out of their fucking basements, get off their phones. Like, yeah. Like, the internet's great, but we also need to really go back to, Woodstock.
Things will come
How
full
many people
circle.
was in Woodstock? How many people,
250,000, something like that.
wow. That would be incredible. Anyway.
You see on YouTube though.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
that
just watch it on
maybe
YouTube.
that was the Limp Bizkit Woodstock.
The Limp Bizkit.
Maybe it was 250,000 of that.
We would have loved to live back in the day where you had to buy the album from us, and we would take the money, and then we receive the
kinda
money.
like that.
It's kind of like
It
that.
is.
They're figuring out the royalties. Like, I think the royalties thing's gonna get figured out.
It's not about the money. It's not about the money, but it's definitely I feel like it's a lot harder nowadays. Back in the day, they had scouts, going out,
Well, the
watching
question is
live
about
music.
making the music available.
Yeah, I
right?
think if you're a fan, I think it's great because I mean if you're a music fan, you got unlimited access pretty much to whatever you want to listen to.
But you also don't have to buy it, though. You can
For the
steal it.
And that's the problem. I mean,
The issue is it kind of dilutes it. It dilutes the value of the music. Whereas before you had like an intrinsic value to a CD, you know, that had something that was worth something, you know, that you had. It's physical, but you know, how much is a Spotify play worth?
Yeah, it's like 7/10.
We pay so much money.
But it's something that you don't own. You don't really own it.
Yeah, and
You're
we
just
pay
kind of
so much
borrowing
money.
it to listen to.
Yeah, we're
It doesn't have the same
spending tens
meaning,
of
right?
thousands.
We're
of dollars
spending
on
so much money
recordings
to
a year,
record.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, record another album. Well, we don't have any money to record it, and then we can't make any money.
At the same time,
off
there's
of
a
it.
whole generation of listeners that don't know otherwise, right? So
Yeah.
they weren't going to the record stores, or maybe, you know, like select items. But
I
mean, as a kid, it was like a mission
reading
to go to
lyrics
West Edmonton
and-
Mall and like hunt down like the best metal album you could find. It took all day, and you'd go to all
Sometimes
the
picking it just by album cover.
Yeah, and like going to shows based on like the poster you walk past, you know, at the skate park or whatever. And you know, I think
we definitely miss.
we don't understand yet like where it's going, so you know, we can just only speculate. But you know, I think it's good that it's available. You can have more control over the revenue stream now than previously when you had big record labels. But at the same time, the content's, you know, been diluted a little bit because every band can just put themselves at you, and ultimately, you know, the highest bidder kind of wins in terms of money you put in for marketing and stuff, and that translates in album sales. So there's probably no right answer to that. It's good in some ways and it's bad in some ways, and there's a whole generation that doesn't know otherwise.
Dead. We're dead inside. Already. So we're just gonna keep writing music, and we're just gonna keep going and going, and like the Energizer Bunnies. And we want to go on tour. We want to come back to you guys, all of you. We just want to keep touring. That's all we want to do. To everybody out there,
To all the hate.
to everybody out there, it's thank you so much for your years of support, and to the newcomers, thank you for listening and being a part of this, because we couldn't do it without you. If we didn't have you, we wouldn't. Because of you, we live our dream. So thank you, and don't give up on anything you're doing. Whatever you're doing, if it feels good, don't stop. Whatever you're doing is going to have obstacles and challenges. It's constant. So just keep going. Just fucking get up. Fucking
You gotta redo that question.
That was a good answer, though. That was good.
So yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jens at Killer Metal Records. You know, he's the reason we ever got to Europe in the first place, and you know, he had some faith in us and was able to introduce us to Annette Lank and Marcus over at Red Lion Music. Shout out obviously to EMP España, and to Nate and Dave at Method Music Productions.
What is that? What is going on?
don't do that many drugs, kids.
Shred.